Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So now that we're in the regular season, what I do with my Orioles Report is I talk about each individual series. One point I did try to make this a weekly show and talk about two series, but it got kind of long. At least each video did, so breaking it up, hopefully little shorter videos. As you can see, I'm on MASNsports.com. This is where I get a few of the articles I'll talk about later. Mostly it's injury related, call ups, send downs, and maybe some update on how some of these guys are rehabbing. And also, I come over here to the stats and scores to get the box score, talk about the individual games. So, getting right into the first game of the season and of the series with the Los Angeles Angels. So no Anaheim anymore, apparently. California Angels to the Anaheim Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, now just the Los Angeles Angels. Because that's not confusing at all, considering the team hasn't moved. Okay. Don't make it easy for me. However, and yes, the numbers are correct there. Los Angeles Angels 3, Baltimore Orioles 11. Yeah, I said I was a little concerned about how the Orioles are going to score runs. Well, that's sticking it to you, Ryno. But we'll see how long it lasts. It is early in the season. Henderson 1 for 4 with a walk. I mean, it's not great, but early in the season, I guess, Rutschman 2 for 4 with a walk. It's a little bit better. Scored 3 runs. Rutschman also drove into Mountcastle. What's this? I think it was a righty on the mound. You know what? I don't know. I honestly can't remember. I think it was a righty on the mound. Yeah, it was a righty on the mound. Lefty went Saturday. Standard lineup against a righty. Mountcastle 1 for 3, 1 RBI. Also worked the walk. Santander 1 for 4, 4 RBIs. Colt Cowser came in as a defensive replacement later in the game. Did not get in at bat. Hayes 1 for 4. Also worked the walk. Struck out twice. Don't like to see the 2 there. Westberg got the DH in this one. Somewhat surprising. I think his defense is okay, but really wanted his bat in there, I guess. Did get an RBI, so, it worked out. O'Hearn pinch hit late. Also got a hit. Scored a run. Didn't drive anybody in, but got the hit and scored a run. Mullins, 1 for 4, 3 RBIs. Very nice. Urias in there at third base, 0 for 3. Did work a walk, but he was 0 for 3. Jorge Mateo got to start at second base. That is why Westberg wasn't in the field. Looks like we will be seeing Jorge Mateo at second base more often than we may have initially thought. Though we'll see how it goes. His defense was a little suspect, so. But you just can't. You can't replace that kind of speed. Did go 1 for 3, scored twice, and worked the walk. So offensively, that's pretty good. See Mateo here with a double. O'Hearn also with a double. Mullins and Santander home runs. Mateo stolen base. Is this? Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about with the fielding. Error here by Mateo. Why? Probably we're going to see him fielding or out in the infield, like, say, second base, often early. See how his defense holds up. Now, it was trying to turn a double play. So he got the out at second, trying to throw the ball over to first base where things got kind of out of hand, I guess. But you never you never assume a double play. So why he necessarily got an error there, I don't remember. Not sure what the reasoning is there, because usually it doesn't. But I mean, they gave him an error there. So I mean, because the guy that hit the ball reaches on a fielder's choice. So, but I mean, it's whatever. I mean, it's a harder throw to make because you've got a guy coming right at you. So you might be willing to forgive a fielding error there than, let's say, other spots because you don't have a base runner charging at you on a base. We'll see how the season progresses with that. Corbin Burns, great showing. Showing us right here why he was worth those prospects. Going 6 innings, giving up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run. It was off a solo home run. Only threw 82 pitches. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 11. So, yeah. We'll see how often he can duplicate this. I mean, this is a very good outing. I don't know how often we'll see outings like this. Hopefully we see lots of them. That would be very good. Love that. But it's kind of hard to, to really gauge a lot of this in just one appearance. But it certainly looks very promising. Baumann first out of the bullpen for the year. Did pitch a full inning, no hits, no runs. Did walk somebody. No strikeouts. Fairly good outing there. Dylan Tate, finally seeing Dylan Tate in an Oriole uniform on the mound. Nice to see him. He didn't throw that many pitches. How many pitches? 26 pitches. Dylan Tate threw 26 pitches. Little high for a 1-inning performance, though. As you can see here, he did give up a hit and gave up 2 runs, but only 1 earned run. So that's where the error came into play. So it's going to give the opponents another at-bat and therefore more pitches. But you can also see 2 walks. So not great command early, though it has been a long time since he's been on a major league mound in a major league game. Did strike out once, so things are looking up. Keegan Aiken finished off the game here. I don't know if it's, because it's early, people forgot how Keegan Aiken pitches, or maybe he's just growing as a pitcher, but 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Might be the best line we've ever seen for Keegan Aiken. I mean, he's an okay pitcher. I'm not going to say he's like some terrible player or terrible pitcher, but rarely see a no blemish kind of inning with Keegan Aiken. I mean, no hits, no runs, no walks. I mean, that's, but again, early in the season, usually does take hitters a while to catch up to the pitching. Usually the pitchers are a little bit ahead of the hitters at this point. Mostly because since the winter break, pitchers have been working more in spring training. Pitchers always report a week or so earlier than hitters. Makes you wonder why you allow hitters to report so late. Something that may need to change in the future. But okay. Yeah, Tate faced 6 batters, Aiken 3, Baumann 3. But we'll give Tate a pass in his first outing back in a long time. It's fine. Here you go, another high-scoring affair. Los Angeles Angels 4. This would be Saturday. You had that built-in rain game or rain day, Friday, so off day. How would you say? Yeah, built-in off day in case of rain early in the season. It's something they've done for several years now. So this would be Saturday's game. Los Angeles Angels 4, Baltimore Orioles 13. Bulk of the Orioles' runs came in this 6th inning where they just, I think they got all these runs without getting anybody out. Or did they? It was something crazy. Like you sent all 9 guys to the plate. Like all 9 guys scored before you recorded an out in the inning or something crazy. You don't see things like this very often. It is something you could probably look at and say, well, this isn't going to continue. You're not going to get 9 runs in an inning on a consistent basis. But again, with the error, another error, it's not great. Here, Henderson leading off again. Much better day at the plate this day. 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, scored twice. Did have a chance for the cycle. Had a home run, had a triple, had, I guess, was it a single? Yeah, so he had the triple, the home run, and the single, and then for his 5th plate appearance, Brandon Hyde decided to put in Tony Kemp. Man, guy just can't catch a break. The last time he was going for the cycle, he ends up hitting the ball to the wall and then keeps going on to second base so he doesn't get to cycle. And here you take him out of the game. For the at-bat, couldn't you have just left him in there at bat and then if he didn't, assuming he wouldn't get that single or double. It's a double he didn't get here. Pinch run for him, I mean, it's okay. I'm not sure I really like not giving your guy the opportunity to get the cycle. But however, I mean, at some point we would want to see Tony Kemp, see what all the hubbub was about. And we did. We saw Tony Kemp for an at-bat. 0 for 1. Rutschman hitting in the 2-hole. 1 for 3. Did work a walk, as Rutschman seems to always do. Scored twice. McCann did come in late. Long game. McCann did go 1 for 1. So that helps. Santander. 2 for 4. 3 RBIs. Okay. Yeah, Santander hitting 3 here. Mountcastle hitting 4. This had to be the lefty, right? I don't remember. Looks like Santander is going to pick up where he left off, which is a good thing. And bad thing here, they keep Brandon Hyde loves his bench, and I mean, it's like I like it and I don't like it at the same time. I mean, I understand you want to get your bench guys involved. I don't know, man. This early in the season, I don't know. It's tough to say, but see a lot of subs coming in. Why not just give some of these guys a start? Maybe DH Santander or something. Santander can play first base. Give Mountcastle a day off. Something. But it is somewhat difficult to manage a lineup when you have so many guys that can contribute, but you only have 9 slots. You got like 11 or 12 guys that can contribute to an offense. What do you do? Well, you keep subbing in and out, I guess. Mountcastle, good day for him. 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, also worked the walk. Hearn got the start at DH. Not a great day. 1 for 5. Struck out one of those times. Did score, though. Hayes, also a little slow getting going, I think. 1 for 4. Did drive in a run, which is nice. Mullins, 1 for 4. Also drove in a run. Struck out 3 times. That's kind of why he's hitting down in the lineup. Westberg actually ended up playing shortstop when Kemp came into the game. He got the start at second base. 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. And Urias 0 for 4. Does Urias have a hit yet this season? Did Arias play? Yeah, it doesn't look like Arias has a hit yet this season. It's not looking too good. Looks like maybe Westberg and Mateo will get majority of the share in the other infield spots, and I don't know. Maybe you'll see Santander get some DH more, and Westberg will be out on defense. Got to hit, man. Just got to hit. Doubles here. Mountcastle 2, Mullins 1, Cowser had a double. Henderson triple, Santander and Henderson home runs. Lots of scoring in that one. Also left 4 on base. 6 for 10 with runners in scoring positions. Very good. Another throwing error, Mountcastle. Grayson Rodriguez. This was a very good performance by Grayson Rodriguez. And it really seems to, at least with this outing, he cemented himself as the number 2 in the Orioles rotation, or let's say sidekick to Corbin Burns. So I guess with your name, if your name is Grayson, of course you're the Robin of the group. I made him funny. 6 innings pitched. Did go 4 hits. It's not too many. He did walk 1, so the whip is under 1, which is good. Only 1 runner allowed. Struck out 9. He had that changeup working, which is very good. I mean, especially with his fastball. It's probably why you're going to see his changeup work more often than not. At least we hope. Does throw, I think he was throwing about 97, 98-ish. He did add a 2-seam fastball to go with his 4-seam fastball as well. And there's not a whole lot of difference in velocity on his 2-seamer than his 4-seam fastball, which is slightly odd. Usually you would see, if you see a 98-mile-an-hour 4-seamer, it's like a 96-mile-an-hour 2-seamer. But not really the case with Grayson Rodriguez. It's either a good thing or it's a bad thing. Is he going to wear his arm out because he's putting too much effort into his pitches or something? I hope not. Coulomb, sticking with his form, 1 inning pitch. Did give up a hit, but no runs, no earned runs, no walks. Struck 1 out. So very good. Jacob Webb back from maternity leave or something like that. Back to form for him as well. 1 inning pitch, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks. Struck out 1. Fairly decent showing by the bullpen so far, except for Tate, which he hadn't been around him as much past year because of an injury. And as soon as I say that, yes, Perez does not record an out. This was the 9th inning, right? Doesn't record an out. Bauman had to come in relief here. And you can see Perez, he gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Didn't walk anybody, didn't strike anybody out. But he did leave the game. And it was noted later that it was some kind of oblique injury. More on that a little later. Bauman comes in, finishes off that inning, started by Perez. Does give up 3 more hits. Though it is kind of hard to inherit runners do kind of make it harder for relief pitchers. Preferably, they would like to come in on a clean inning. It's less pressure. I mean, part of it is if there's somebody else's runs, you want to get them out so you're not hurting your friend out there, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. More pressure does kind of get to people a little more. It's one thing when it's, your guy that you let on. Well, different because you don't want to let your teammate down. Gives up the 3 hits, gives up another run, does strike 2 out. So minimizes the damage. Doesn't necessarily have to overtax the bullpen. Come to the final game. This was Sunday. Los Angeles Angels 4, Baltimore Orioles 1. Offense was asleep this day. Day game after a night game where you scored a butt ton of runs. Yeah, I mean, it happens. Not that great. Of course, Gunnar Henderson gets the RBI. He's 0 for 2. Walked twice. The RBI came off of a walk, bases loaded walk. Disappointing that is how they could get their only offense going there. Rutschman 0 for. Mountcastle 1 for 4. Santander 0 for, struck out twice. Hayes 0 for, struck out twice. Did work a walk though. Westberg 0 for, walked once, struck out twice. Here you see a lot of changes being made. Cowser, as Westberg started at third base, Cowser going with a lefty batter instead of a righty batter. Westberg the righty, Cowser the lefty. Cowser 0 for 1. And Arias came in for Cowser, so because Cowser doesn't play third base. Mullins 0 for 3, struck out once. Can 1 for 3, struck out once. O'Hearn pinch hit late for McCann, 0 for 1. Jorge Mateo 1 for 2, did strike out once. Tony Kemp pinch hit late. Again, another lefty in for a righty, 0 for 1. Yeah. Another error, this time by McCann. Runner on third base. McCann trying to do a back pick and plunks the runner. This is a 4th run, so it was an unearned run because he hit the runner. Tyler Wells gets a start in this one and did not get the benefit of the bats being awake. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, which isn't terrible. 4 runs, as I said. 4 runs, 3 earned runs, so one of them wasn't earned. It's not a terrible outing as far as runs wise. 3-4 runs given up over a 6-inning span is not the end of the world. Your offense needs to be able to overcome that. Didn't walk anybody, which is fantastic. Struck out 7. So, other than really the bats being asleep, wasn't really a bad performance by the Orioles. Because you can see Tate here coming in off that, his first outing, a day off since, or I guess 2 days off, Friday and Saturday off. After his first outing in, 2 years, pitches a full inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, didn't strike anybody out, but nothing across the board. That's improvement by Tate. That's great. That's where we need him to be. Jacob Webb, everyday Jacob Webb, or whatever nickname will come up with him, with guy that pitches probably too much. 1 inning pitch, no hits, no runs. Did walk somebody, didn't strike anybody out. So, but still largely zeros. Yanier Cano, trying to get Cano some work. Really trying to get some guys in the bullpen some work because they just haven't had that much work. They only had to cover 3 innings the first 3 games of the year. Though some of these guys got in there twice. Kimbrel's still missing not necessarily missing in action, but missing a turn in, getting into the game. So we'll probably, you probably see Kimbrel 2 out of the next 3 games. Yanier Cano 1 inning pitch, did give up a hit, but no runs, no walks, and struck 1 out. So it seems like Cano is, there's no regression by Cano. He's going to at least be as good, if not maybe a little better. So really not a terrible performance by the pitching. And really the fielding, not necessarily a bad performance because in McCann's mind, it does kind of make sense. Hey, you're trying to get that out there at third base. Though at the same time, maybe don't throw at the runner. Throw more inside the line. So as far as, fielding the baseball and throwing and getting out, did fairly well. It's just nobody wanted to hit. 3 hits. That was it. Not that the Angels got that many hits. Wells gave up a home run. It's a 2-run home run. doesn't help. But, I mean, you're 2-1 to start the season, and that one loss was, it's a day game after the night game. It's not an easy thing to do, but it is something you're going to have to do at least once or twice during the year. Let's come on to some articles. This one written by Rock Kubatko. Really, the main thing about this article was that Perez, where we initially may have thought, or it was described to us as some kind of lower back discomfort kind of thing, it is, at least what they're calling it now, a right oblique strain, and he's on the 15-day IL. Jonathan Heasley, or Heasley, I think, is how they pronounce it, is up here in the bullpen. Have not seen him yet, but we will probably see him in the next game or so. What was this one about? This was about the waiver claims. This is to make room on the roster. McKenna, Maton, they were sent down. They were designated for assignment because they're out of options. They did clear waivers, so they will stay with the club. They've both been assigned to AAA Norfolk. Tyler Nevin was sent down or DFA'd to make room for Tony Kemp. Tyler Nevin did not clear waivers, and again, not with the organization. It happens sometimes, You're trying to find that extra guy for your roster, but sometimes you just don't have the spot for him and somebody else snags him up. Also in this article, John Means, through his first rehab outing with, was it AAA or was it AA? I don't remember. One of the AA's or one of the minor league teams. Not the greatest outing. He did give up several runs. But it does look like, well, maybe his performance isn't there. It does look like Means' arm is slowly getting back. It's like we had him for a little bit last year, and now, got him because he's still kind of hurt. It's kind of disappointing because he's been around for, several years now, at least in the Mike Elias era. He was like what it seemed to be like one of those first guys that Elias found to be worth anything for the major league club. Rutschman and Henderson, they came along a little later, but Means, I think, was the first. And as a starting pitcher, he was performing very well. And now all of a sudden, if the team is good, can make playoff runs, Means isn't available. It's kind of disappointing. We want Means to be a part of that. Feel kind of bad, but it is what it is. I mean, he seems to be getting back right, so hopefully we'll see him in the next month-ish. Hopefully. Oh, this article was also written by Rock Kubatko. They both on March 31st. Yeah, both articles written on March 31st by Rock Kubatko. Yeah, okay. That is going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report. Oh, the schedule. That's how I end these. So terrible. Schedule. Where's schedule? Here's schedule. Keep forgetting how I end these videos. I knew I had a process last year. It took too much time off. All right, let's talk about the schedule here. That's how I usually wrap things up to, get out of here for this edition. Kansas City Royals will be coming into town for another 3-game series at Camden Yards. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday are scheduled for 6:35. Wednesday's game is scheduled for 1 o'clock. Thursday is scheduled for an off day. So look for Thursday to be another edition of Ryno's Orioles Report, where I will talk about the series between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. So, yeah, that's going to... Man, I still can't get right, man. I forgot how to close these shows out. Just be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino, and this is Birdland.